Follow my steps. Let's head out. Let us be careful. Tread lightly.
Come closer, don't be shy. Look at these pretty little cats. They make great companions, and they'll bring you good luck. Well, well, it seems like that one's taken quite a shine to you. I'm not surprised. You do look mighty fine in that costume of yours, lassie. So what do you say? Would you like to have one of these little beauties? I'm just an old woman who lives on the outskirts of the city. The demons destroyed everything I had except my barn, and the cat inside it. My cat has always brought me good luck. She's the reason my barn's still standing. Pity she decided to hide in the barn instead of my house. Oh, there I go, prattling on about myself. Anyway, my cat had kittens a few months ago. I'm looking to find a good home for them. They're good luck, just like their mother. You should take one. You won't regret it. Well, what do you think? I'm telling you, my cat's lucky, and so are her little ones. It runs in the family. You should take one, lassie. You won't regret it. Oh, no need for money. I'm just happy he's found a good home. Oh, how nice. I'm sure you'll be very happy together. Don't forget to feed him, and make sure to pet him often. He likes that.
My sweet V's, which flag should we put up on display? These colorful ones? Or the ones with the symbols? And if the latter, which symbol should we choose? Oh, merciful son of Kalish, it is so hard to decide.
Wait, my dear Eco. May your day be filled with peace and light, my friend.
Oh, I did not see you. Pardon me, most esteemed one.
I am called V's. This fiery spark here with me is Ekel. We traveled here from the sunlit lands of Kalish. We wish to help the people here.
They say the demons will soon be defeated, and the world wound will finally be closed. The great commander will be victorious.
The commander, my dear Ekel.
Oh, of course. Pardon me. The commander will defeat the demons, and we will assist in other ways.
Yes, indeed. We sailed from across the seas, walked and rode for many months, all because we wanted to come here.
We do not regret our long journey. The world is changing. This is an important moment in history, and we want to witness it firsthand.
We're happy to help in any way we can.
Exactly! If anyone needs 2 extra sets of hands, we'll be there. Today, we are hanging up flags, and tomorrow, we're building barracks.
Barricades, my lovely Ekel.
Yes, those two. We've been here for 2 days, esteemed one. We arrived right before the festivities started. We wanted to help, and immediately found an opportunity.
It takes a lot of work to throw a big celebration. Where we're from, they're always looking for volunteers to help with festivals. Thankfully, Nerosian is the same. We were able to start helping right away.
My sweet V's, we are in Canabras. Nerosian is to the south. We traveled past it on our way here.
I'm all mixed up again. My head is an empty vessel.
We are putting up decorations for the festival.
The flags of Canabras have already been raised throughout the city. But we still have plenty of poles and a lot of interesting flags left over. We can't decide which ones we should hang up.
Maybe you could help us, esteemed one. What would the locals like? Some of the flags are colorful but plain. Others have symbols on them. This one, for example, has a beer mug. And there's a really strange one over there. You're right. These are perfect. We were overthinking things.
Yes, simple is often best.
I'm gone. Follow my steps.
This magic comes from the impossible kingdoms far away. For the right price in gold, I will show you the most important moments in the commander's life. Witness her triumphs and tribulations firsthand. A wonderful choice. It was in this moment hope was born.
Stop that at once! What are you up to, mister? We've received complaints from some concerned citizens that your illusions might be more than just illusions, if you take my meaning. They think these ghosts of yours are alive. Well, not alive. They're ghosts, so I suppose they're dead. Anyway, they suspect you're a necoma... that you're raising the dead.
What? No, sir. No, I would never practice forbidden magic. This is no necromancy, I swear. It is nothing more than harmless magic tricks from my homeland in the impossible kingdoms.
What about the possible kingdoms? Do they have magic tricks too? The Inquisitors will decide whether your magic is harmless or not. Come on, let's take you to them. And how would you know that, Mom? Huh. You sure do know a lot about this stuff. I guess we were wrong to bother you, Mr. Wizard. You can continue your magic show.
My savior, you have my gratitude. Thank you for defending me from those sick-headed buffoons. You wish to see more? Witness another great event in the commander's life for the meager sum of 150 shiny coins.
Let's head out. Let us be careful.
Mommy, look! Another person dressed up as the commander! Mommy, look! It's shiny! Mommy, do you like her costume? Mommy!
What do you want now? Oh my! Look at you! I must know, where did you get that costume, ma'am?
Welcome. As I live and breathe, it's the Knight Commander. It is a great honor for Canabras to receive you. If it weren't for you, there would be no city and no celebration. Oh, is that so? Then you absolutely must take part in the Commander Lookalike contest. With a costume like that, you're sure to win. Just a humble city herald. I'm acting as the master of ceremonies for the festival. If you wish to have fun, consider it done. Oh, this? An ordinary carnival mask. Plenty of those around. This is a masquerade, after all. The guests and the hosts are all wearing costumes. Have a good time.
Should move. Tread lightly. Done. Completed. I'm gone.
Am I glad to see you? I really need your help. Got it in one. I mean, I have tried some of your cuisine, but I wouldn't call it a roaring success. Military rations are a lot like the best mongrel delicacies. Tell me, what is all this? Fruits and vegetables are easy. I can tell them apart just as I can tell which roots are poisonous and which are really poisonous. Porridge I get. I can tell that a pig has been roasted because it's not grunting anymore. But what's this? What's that? You could feed a whole tribe of mongrels with one of those, and another tribe with what's inside. And come to think of it, what is inside? I don't get it. How can you tell what's good if you're going to be assaulted with all the flavors of everything stuffed in the poor bird all at once? What if it's disgusting and you've already taken a bite? You can't just toss it away. You have to eat the whole thing. Yes, but look. Every plate is heaped with a hodgepodge of so many different things. I've never eaten anything this bizarre. I don't even know where to start. Can you find something edible for me to try and call me when you do? Eating in company is always more enjoyable, and I honestly trust your taste in Uplander foods much more. So I'm willing to try anything you suggest. Well, at least until I'm too full of food to even walk. Deal. I'll be waiting here, staring in bewilderment at all these platters of food. So, what have you picked? That looks like fish. Of course, it's not as dark as the fish we have in our underground rivers, and it doesn't glow 6 shades of red like the water-dwelling creatures in the World Wound, but it looks close enough to the kinds of fish I'm familiar with. Wow, you do know your food. It smells nice, and it looks pretty simple. I have no idea what or where Diobel is, but I already feel a growing respect for its people. Well, my taste buds are raring to go. I'll get us 2 portions. You know, this is much tastier than I thought it would be. It reminds me of when my family still lived on the surface. I was too little to go fishing with my dad, but I remember how my mom would gut the fish and cook it. I'd gladly try something else. Call me when you find something good.
Follow my steps.
What's this? Bread? Goat meat. Now, that reminds me of a certain goat we recently had by the horns. If I think about it too much, I might spoil my appetite. Oh, that smell. Are you sure it's safe to eat? It's a bit like someone sprinkled mint on cave spider eggs to mask the smell, and then it backfired. Oh well, Crusaders can't be choosers. Let's split one. Oh, tastes just like spider eggs. I mean, meat's meat, but if I ever see these things again, I'll stay far, far away. Ugh. I need to wash away the aftertaste and the memory of that horrible smell with something more pleasant. I'll be waiting for your signal.
Enjoying yourself, Commander. I am. In my own company. Someone out there no doubt knows. But not here. For better or worse. I don't care. I think the vain part of me was hoping to meet some admirers. That my fame would have reached at least a few people. I'm used to being inconspicuous. But I didn't plan on being inconspicuous today of all days. That's all. When I'm tracking a target, sure. But I have no active contracts in Canabras. Usually, there are always a couple of people in big cities who are keen to meet with me.
Most often they're aristocrats, sometimes artistic types. Less often soldiers or guards. I hoped our connection would help boost my reputation. I was wrong. No one here knows about the hunter who travels with the commander. As you will, Commander.
Oh, this looks interesting. It even has a name written next to it. Can you make it out? Too many squiggles for me. I'm not that good with letters yet. So, some queen gave away her cheese so that people could make soup out of it and then leave it sitting outside in the streets of Canabras to get cold? And they put eared mushrooms in it? Huh, now I definitely have to try it. Look, it's so thick you can almost stretch it. A very curious soup. This is weird. When I was a kid, I had cow's milk once. This soup is like thick milk, with herbs and flavorless mushrooms. And what's queenly about it? I wonder if the queen herself has ever eaten this soup. Let's look for something else. I'd much rather eat queen's cheese on its own than taste this soup a second time.
Something here. Let's head out.
But I already gave you everything. I have nothing left.
Look at him squirm. Fine. I guess this is enough for now.
And who's this? Our next victim?
Shut your mouth. Forgive him, mistress. This pathetic cockroach did not know who he was talking to. Yes, there are so many weak, witless fools at the festival. They need to be taught a lesson. Fortunately, some of the Uplanders aren't completely useless. I'll show them what it means to be strong.
Mistress has found us worthy.
I am not the only one having fun in my own way. Your tiefling is also enjoying himself at the expense of others. Though I personally find his pitiful methods disgusting. Robbing them? No, I don't want their useless things. These Uplanders were foolish enough to let their guard down. I'm teaching them the importance of staying alert, especially during big, ridiculous celebrations like this one.
Greetings. We've received several complaints from the townsfolk about your behavior. You need to come with us.
Stupid guards! I'm not running away from you this time! Our mistress isn't afraid of you!
Do you want to handle this, mistress? Or would you like us to lend a hand?
Time for some fun. You don't mind, do you?
In the last hour, we've had over a dozen citizens complain that a group of people dressed up like WotR, one of the commander's companions, threatened and robbed them. Fortunately, no one was injured aside from minor scratches and bruises. I must take anyone who matches this description into custody. They will be taken to the garrison, where they will be interrogated.
You'll have to be quick if you want to catch me. I understand. We'll be on our way.
I cannot just let you go. You have assaulted multiple citizens. The stolen property is valued at 1,000 gold pieces. You must return it and answer for your crimes.
Must? You don't control me. I owe you nothing. And those spineless wimps who came crying to you got what they deserved.
I believe you. Hopefully the townsfolk have learned the importance of caution and will take care in the future to avoid such ruffians.
I knew you would protect me, mistress. Let's go. Let us be careful.
Venison! With apples? I can't for the life of me understand why anyone would pair meat with fruit. Oh, and there's something else. It looks scarily unfamiliar and devilishly complicated. Do you know what it is? So, they put a mixture of cooked grains, nuts, and fruits in the middle of a meat circle and added some ridiculous mounds of mashed potatoes to make it look pretty? I don't get it, but I'll give it a try. Any idea how to get a little bit of everything on a fork to try it all together? Doesn't seem easy. No idea. This is the best thing ever. Wait, let me chew it. I sound like Shoal. All right, I can talk normally again. This dish is perfect. I would happily eat this and only this for the rest of my life. Whew. I think I've had enough for today. I can't stomach anymore. Another bite and everything I've eaten today will be, making a reappearance. You know, this festival really isn't my thing. But I've had fun, thanks to you. You helped me find my holiday spirit by being a glutton for a day. And the day is so much better for it. So, thanks. Watching kid after kid run past with one paper horn stuck on their head and half their face painted green, it's unbearable. For the first time in my life, I'm not the center of attention. Just another face in the crowd. Who wouldn't hate that? In all seriousness, though, I'm just being grumpy out of habit. Don't mind me. Well, I was going to collapse onto the nearest bench for a few hours and let digestion do its thing, but I've just had a great idea. I'm going to find out who made that amazing porridge with ribs, nuts, and those things that look like woodlice. I want to learn how to make that dish so I can eat it for the rest of my life. But I am wondering where to begin. Maybe our golden-haired aristocrat can tell us. He must know the best chefs in Canabras. I'm sure he's lurking somewhere in that crowd of matching blonde heads. And I'll be rolling out of here like a giant meatball. Whew. I'll see you later.
How did you do that? I was just thinking about you, and then you appeared in front of me. You're right on time. Finally, the fun can begin. And why shouldn't I? How could anyone resist a beautiful dragon like me? It's impossible. Except, I'm bored of them now. Easy. I already know how beautiful my scales are. I admit it's nice to hear other people say it. The first 10, maybe 15 times. But then it gets boring. And if I spend all day listening to compliments, when will I find the time to play? Remember how I said I didn't understand mortal cities? With all their stones and doors and identical shapes? Well, it turns out, if you decorate it with banners and flowers, and put treats everywhere, a mortal city becomes a wonderful place. I like Canabras very, very much. But one thing is missing. There are hardly any games to play here. I wish I could find someone who likes my scales and wings and who wants to play with me. Running and jumping is much more fun when you're with someone, you know? Playing on my own is fun too, but it would be really, really nice to play with someone else. Really? We can race across Canabras. We'll see who can run the fastest. And we'll go into the most important building in the city, scatter all the papers, and play hide and seek. And then we'll find some musicians and sing and dance with them. That would all be wonderful, but then you'd miss your party. You haven't forgotten, have you? This festival is for you. We can play together any day, but this party is just for today, and it might not happen again for a long, long time. That's a great idea! Of course I'll wait. I can stand to hear how much everybody loves wonderful dragons like me for a little while longer, I think.
Tread lightly. I'm gone.
Well, that's a holiday and a half. Did we ask them for it? And where'd they get the money for all this pageantry, I ask you?
I have said it before, and I will say it again. The celebration is being held at the request of the residents of Canabras, with funds provided by Nerosik.
We're citizens of Canabras too, you know, and we're against it. We oppose this outrage. It would be better to just hand out money to everyone instead of wasting it on this circus.
My name is Evol Vitold. I am the deputy mayor of Canabras, and these are the few people in the city who are unhappy with today's festival.
Too right, we're unhappy. Shut it all down. Shameless contempt. They don't care what we think. They're throwing a party and they didn't invite us. They're trying to chase us out of here, in fact. They won't let us beg or eat or drink what's on the tables. The cheek of it!
You are upsetting the gentlefolk of the city, causing a disturbance, stealing food and drinks. That is why we are keeping you out of the festival.
And you're the one to do it, eh? You know, you do actually look like...
Thank you, kind madam. But a crowd like this is hard to control. I am sorry, madam, but I cannot. I must ensure that the festivities go smoothly for the majority of citizens.
Finally, someone's talking sense. You got yourself a deal, isn't that right? Grab it and make yourself scarce, folks!
Thank you for your generosity, madam. I hope they don't make a habit of demanding money on every public holiday from now on.
Follow my steps. Let's head out.
Let us be careful.
Absolutely not. It is a highly temperamental variety. It cannot be allowed to over-ripen. The grapes must be picked as soon as they begin to darken, or they will simply rot on the vine.
Usually, yes. But what is rot? It is basically disease, and we know how to treat disease. Healing spells and regular positive energy channeling allow the fruit to ripen for another 2, even 3 weeks. The grapes become plump and sweet. Oh, beautiful.
In the name of Shaylin. So just take a late, sweet variety like Sapphire of Garut. And don't torment the berries. Ah! Oh, Commander, don't frighten me like that. I have had enough frights on the front lines to last me a lifetime. Allow me to introduce the vintner, Humilian Nick Deltrazé. I saw they were holding a tasting over here of unusual wine varieties. I came over and we struck up a conversation.
The Commander, in the flesh! I've heard so much about you and your exploits. Would you like to taste the wines? Well, it's been hit and miss. Some people are shocked by the effects of my wines, some by the taste, some by the price. Yes, I make a unique product, and its production is not cheap, but I am sure that once the public tastes my wine, they won't let any other pass their lips.
Just as every book has its reader, and every painting has its viewer, so every wine is bound to have its connoisseur, or at least someone who won't run away screaming after the first glass.
It has special magic in it, and I am not speaking metaphorically. We use a variety of charms at every stage of production, from harvesting the grapes to sealing the bottles. Traditional winemakers could never dream of achieving such flavors and aromas. But what's the use in talking about it? My wines are here in front of you. Taste them for yourself.
You really should try it. I had a taste, and while I cannot say I will remember it fondly, I have gained incomparable knowledge from the experience. How could I not be? We fight in this crusade so that the locusts of the abyss will never again devour vineyards, ruin fields of wheat, or shed the blood of the innocent. We fight for peace. But when we finally have victory, it will be time to say farewell to Soziel the fighter and say hello to Soziel the winemaker. How should I put this? Mr. Nick Deltrazé has a very unorthodox approach to winemaking, and the resulting wine is
Unprecedented, exquisite, fantastic, and dare I say it, revolutionary.
Yes, all those things, and a dozen others. It is actually incredible how so small a glass can hold so many extraordinary qualities.
Wonderful, just wonderful. Here you are, our finest varieties. If you don't Well, what do you think? Unforgettable, isn't it? Please answer a few questions. First of all, how would you rate your overall impression on a scale of 8 to 12?
Your questions, Humilian, are as extraordinary as your wine.
Oh, thanks. I do try. Perhaps for the next tasting, I should prepare a second questionnaire about your impressions of the first one. So, your rating? Really? That's a pity. But we'll try to improve things in the next batch. Next question. What do you think of the experimental triple vision effect? Don't you think quadruple vision would be even better?
Normally, when making good wine, one tries to avoid producing such effects altogether.
Normally, yes. But this wine is experimental and revolutionary. What other wines have as an unwanted side effect, we've turned into a selling point, an unforgettable part of the bouquet of sensations and experiences. What do you think, Commander? Great idea. And I've just thought of a way to make the wine turn everything upside down before your very eyes.
These experiments remind me of an incident on the campaign. The soldiers got hold of a potion of inflict wounds from somewhere, which, as you may or may not know, is a practically liquid concentrate of negative energy. And they had the bright idea of mixing it with moonshine. The aim was, as they put it, to make the alcohol hit them harder. And it did.
Oh, no, 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 no. Negative energy is not to be trifled with. We abandoned such experiments a long time ago. Your soldiers, of course, have shown themselves to be true pioneering heroes. I can only applaud such a spirit of invention. But our winery still has safety standards it must abide by.
And we are all grateful for it.
All right, one last question. What do you think of the melody of the ringing in your ears? And which do you prefer, D minor or C major? You don't say. My, my. Oh, thank you for making me aware. We will tune it more carefully in the future and give it longer to age. Thank you for your valuable feedback. I can't tell you how pleased I am that you, Commander, have given your seal of approval to my wine. Allow me to present you with a bottle of our special, our finest... Wait a minute, where is it? It can't be. Did I forget to put it out? Head like a sieve I have. It's the star of the collection, the pearl of the program. Please, don't go anywhere. I'll be right back with a wine like you've never tasted in all your life.
Well, what did you think of the tasting? Unusual is not the word. If winemaking were a religion, the Inquisition would have hauled Humilian in on charges of heresy by now. Perhaps we should exchange our tasting experiences. I hope the food in the square is more palatable than Humilian's wine. Not a chance! But perhaps we will become friends. We'll meet at wine fairs and argue till we're hoarse about the correct way to make wine. When you arrived, we were arguing about a certain grape variety. It is called the Tears of Dawn. When I was a boy, I used to go out every morning to look at them. Delicate white-pink berries, almost transparent, like glass, glinting in the morning light. I learned how to tell when it was time to pick them, down to the very day. And I had not thought about them once since the war started. Not once. Until Eumillion reminded me. Hardly. I'm afraid something else has caught his attention, and he's already forgotten what he ran off to get. It's abominable. But how glad I am to talk once more of wine and grapes, bottles and corks, flavors and bouquets, and not of weapons, wounds, and monsters. Perhaps I have gotten ahead of myself, slightly. We have not won yet, after all. But, you know, this taste of peace is a good reminder of exactly what we're fighting for. I think I can allow myself one carefree evening, if it will give me the strength for the battle ahead. Thank you. And you enjoy yourself too.